Explosions are going off behind me. The wake of destruction left by this monster is at an unprecedented scale. The Hero Association is analyzing the threat level and
Guess I'll go.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Trouble, and today I'm going to be making a video or an overview of the character Saitama from the One Punch Man universe. This is an overview, and it strictly covers the events that take place in the manga, not the webcomic. So yeah. And with that, let's just jump right on in. So 3 years prior to the start of the main series, Saitama, while coming home from a failed job interview, would come across the monster attacking the child. Saitama would eventually intervene, killing the monster and saving the child. This eventually sparked a spark within a fire in Saitama, and he decides that he was going to become a hero. And for the next 3 years of his life, Saitama would train constantly, non-stop, doing this:
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats. Then a 10-kilometer run. Do it every single day.
Yeah, so after this training, Saitama eventually lost all of his hair and went bald. Sometime after the 3-year time skips, at some point after the 3 years of training, Saitama eventually became so strong that he was unable to differentiate between a disaster level wolf and a disaster level dragon. He became that strong after 3 years, non-stop training. Yeah, this led to him losing, not feeling any kind of stimulus or distancing himself from people because he was unable to relate to them or understand them, right? Okay. But at some point after this, Saitama would come into contact with a young cyborg by the name of Genos. Genos, after seeing Saitama's overwhelming power, would ask Saitama to take him on as a disciple. Saitama, either through not exactly hearing what Genos asked him or miscommunication, accepted, taking Genos on as a disciple, unwittingly. But after that, a series of events would take place, and Saitama would eventually come to learn that despite the fact that he had been fighting monsters for the past 3 years non-stop, no one knew who he was, and no one recognized him as a hero. This upset Saitama, and eventually he would learn of an organization that he created, by the way, just to clarify, known as the Hero Association. And this is an organization dedicated to people with extraordinary abilities such as strength, speed, whatever it may be, to stopping monsters. And if you remember real quick from the early on in the video, the Hero Association was created by the grandfather of the child that Saitama saved from the monster 3 years ago. So Saitama eventually joined the Hero Association with his new disciple Genos, and would rapidly rise through the ranks, earning a lot of enemies and new allies along the way. And during this time, he would take part in various battles, such as destroying the giant meteor, which was a disaster level dragon that threatened to destroy multiple cities. He would also defeat the Deep Sea King, psychotic king of the sea, a psychotic fish from under the sea who wanted to dominate all of the world. And he would also take part in defeating the alien conqueror Lord Boros, who is by far, as far as we're concerned right now, is like the third strongest character we know in the entirety of the series. All of these accolades, like I said earlier, would lead to Saitama rising rapidly through the ranks of the Hero Association. Within the span of a few weeks or less than a month, he went from C class all the way up to B class. But the largest event that Saitama would take place in so far would be the Monster Association, would be the defeat of the Monster Association, headed up by Psychos or Orochi. The puppet leader is Psychos. Literally, she's like the puppet master. Saitama would take part in this event, and during the attack on the Monster Association, Saitama would defeat the Monster King Orochi. He would defeat the Monster King Orochi, and eventually he would come into conflict with the Monster Hunter Garo. This leads to a fight that spanned across the entirety of the solar system, resulting in the destruction of Jupiter, and eventually Saitama, being a true hero, eventually managed to change Garo's mind, and Garo used his newfound power to send Saitama back in time to stop him from hurting the people that he cared about most. And from there, Saitama would gain, and once again, because of his participation, sorry if I fucked up that word, in the destruction of the Monster Association, he would get promoted to A class. He would get promoted from B class to A class, and would come into conflict once again with the psychic sister Tatsumaki in Blizzard of Hell. The two would have a fight, and currently in the manga, Saitama has currently learned of the existence of God and the S class rank 1 hero Blast, and it seems as if the two are about to team up in order to form some kind of task force to defeat God. And that's the overview of Saitama and who he is from the One Punch Man universe. A fun character. This is a new series that I just started. I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll have to see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.